And then they came for Harvard. And Harvard said, hell no. So current administration has been attacking law firms and law schools and lawyers and lawyer organizations. And I've posted earlier about what that is. There's an old line in a Shakespearean play about first we kill all the lawyers. That was a line by someone who was trying to take over the area because lawyers are supposed to be the line of defense. They're the ones who are supposed to interpret the laws, help enforce the laws, and stand by the rule of law. And that's why all these lawyer groups are being attacked, and even students who are interested in becoming lawyers. Okay. And Harvard came and got the letter and said no. They lost $2.2 billion with a B dollars in federal funds. But here's the thing about places like Harvard and Columbia. These are educational institutions. They're nonprofit organizations. They've been around since before America. You need to realize that. They are older than America, right? Remember Alexander Hamilton went to Columbia University. What's now Columbia used to be called something else. Harvard's been around a long time. They have what's called an endowment. Big pool of money that they use basically as a savings account, and because they're nonprofit, they don't have to pay taxes on it, and they invest it in these places, and they own land. These are very wealthy institutions, and so I just want to give that context because it can be a hardship for someone to say no and stand up for themselves if they can lose their entire livelihood. But these institutions, these big law firms, these age-old higher ed universities and colleges do have the funds, but Harvard is the first one to say no. And it's going to be the test case. First, let's see how long it lasts. Two, let's see what happened, because now everyone's watching, right, to see what's going to happen to Harvard, to then gauge what might happen to them and what's at stake. So I'm happy to see someone finally say, no, this is enough. But it's so early. We haven't even hit 100 days of the new administration yet. So, you all got to brace yourself and be ready. But law school applications are up 20%. This is motivating a lot of people who wanted to be lawyers to finally take the step and apply to law school. So if you're interested in going to law school, check out Journey to Esquire. We create lawyers who lead, mentor, and inspire, one student at a time. I'm also the Law School Pro. I help students who are trying to finish strong their law school journey. And then through Lawyerish, we empower every legal journey. So you go to JoselineHardrick.com. You can find all those links, all that information. I do have more books coming out, one called Lawyerish, another one called Before the Journey to Esquire, and other things that can help you. It'll be available on Amazon, ebooks, and libraries. The point is to give you the resources you need to find your way into the legal profession and make the impact that you wanted to make, because I'm talking to people who went to law school during the first time we had this administration. They were motivated then. They're practicing attorneys now. And now the question is, are you having the impact that you really wanted to have when you started law school? You got to remember why you started. You're not always going to be able to get there right away. It is a journey. It requires patience, diligence, perseverance, right? You got to dig deep. But you can still do the work you dreamed about. And I can help find your way to that. So I'll see you next time.